I took first place at a recent local tournament playing one of my favorite decks, so let's go ahead and get into it. So, recently I have been getting into the Pokemon TCG. If you guys have been looking at my Twitter or catching my streams, you guys have heard me probably yap about it a little bit. Um, and I have been absolutely loving playing Grimmsnarl EX, although it is not the best deck in format at all. Um, Recently though, I went to a local tournament and I won the whole thing. I came in first place and it was really fun. The tournament structure was just 3 rounds, pack per win, and honestly, I didn't expect to do as well as I did. So let's go ahead and get into how my games went. Alright, so for game one, I went against my own deck. Actually, kind of funny. It was Grimmsnarl v Grimmsnarl, and uh, whenever I sat down with the dude, he was like, "Yo, I'm a new player. I've like this is my first time at a local. Blah blah blah. It was just really good. We talked for a little bit while we shuffled up." And I told him, hey, if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. It's a good thing that today's local there aren't too many players here because everybody's at a big tournament that's going on. So it should just be easy going and you shouldn't have any issues. We go ahead, we flip coin. I choose to go second because I won the coin flip, and then we go ahead, we set up our boards, and we flip over the cards. He opens with an Impidimp in the active and a Snorunt on bench. Already a mistake on his end because you do not want to set up Snorunt in the mirror match. And I open an Impidimp on the active and an Impidimp to bench. Turn one, my opponent goes, he draws, he plays Artisan, grabs Monkey, attaches energy, and he passes. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Turn two, I draw, I top deck an energy. I go ahead, I tap Artisan, grab a Monkey, I attach to Monkey, and I pass. So essentially, we both just did the same thing. Turn three, he uses Artisan, he searches, Snorunt to bench. Again, don't want to do that. And then he evolves his Impidimp into a Morgrem, and he passes. Now, turn 4 is pretty explosive. I draw into a secret box, and I play it. I discard my the Snorunt I have in hand. I discard an energy, and I discard Artisan. And I search for Lily, a Rare Candy, Spike Myth, and a TM Devo. I then tap Artisan, search for Monkey, I bench it, and then I play Spike Myth, search for Grim, and then I go ahead and I Rare Candy into Grimmsnarl. I punk up, putting 2 energies, and then I go ahead and I play the Lily that I got, shuffle up, draw 8, and I get off of that some decent cards. I think that the best cards that I pulled out of that were probably a Nest Ball, an Arvin, and a Counter Catcher. I would say because I drew 2 energies on that, which not bad. I attach one to Monkey, so that's good. And then I had drawn into a Snorunt and 2 Frostlass, so it was ooh, 3 cards I didn't really want to see, but at least I know where they are now. So I attach one of those energies to my Monkey. I swing into the active Morgrem for KO, and I put 30 on his Snorunt. And then I draw my first prize card. It's a Fez. And I'm like, oh my god, I did not prize check. Luckily, now he's in hand if I do need him. Turn 5, my opponent promotes his Impidimp. He rare candies into Grimmsnarl. He then Night Stretches back the Impidimp from his discard onto his bench. He evolves one of his Snoruns into Frostlass, and using the monkey that he has, he flings 30 from Frostlass to Grim, and then he just swings 180 to my active and 30 onto my monkey. Turn 6, I draw a monkey, I place it on bench, I attach an energy to it, and then I Spike Myth for more Grim, I evolve the Impidimp on my bench, and then I fling 90 off of my Grimmsnarl over onto his Frostlass for Teo. I grab a prize. I did not get anything off of that prize, to be fair. I want to say it was in Arvin. And then I swing 180 onto the active for KO. And I put 30 onto his other bench Snowrun. So now I get prizes 3 and 4, which they weren't really important. I mean, it was my other Grimmsnarl, and it was, I want to say, an energy. I know for sure it was a Grimmsnarl, but the other one I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was an energy. Anyways, we go into turn 7. My opponent draws for turn, does nothing, plays Iono, looks at his hand very defeated, and then he just concedes. A bit of a rough game, being, first game at a local for him. I'm not gonna lie, I felt kind of bad. After the matchup, he asked me, like, hey, what could I have done better there? And, like, I explained to him, like, hey, whenever it's like Marnie's Grimmsnarl against Marnie's Grimmsnarl, you want to set up your 4-monkey Dory, and you want to go ahead and set up really just that on your bench. If you've got a Shaman isn't bad, because then you're just literally only having to worry about healing your boy Grim. And so I explained that to him. We compared our lists. The only difference in between our Grimmsnarl list is that he did not have Fez or Shaman, and he opted those out for having an extra Super Rod and Ultra Ball, which, not bad. I mean, recovery and search, in my opinion, is a good thing to have, but sometimes I personally like running Fez. I know it's not a popular option, but I like having the comeback potential. And then, on top of that, just having Shaman for the Terra Box matchup, I feel is very important. At least for me. I'm always very unlucky when I go up against Terra Box, and it feels like everybody gets set up way too fast compared to me, and it feels like they always draw what they need when I go against that deck. So I just tech it because I'm tired of losing to it. But that was how game 1 went. Not bad. I felt like I got really lucky with my draws, and I got set up fairly easily, and it good game. Now on to game 2. Alright. For game 2, my opponent was playing a Mega Absol EX, but it was like it was like a crackpot. Like, yo, I put these things together, and they should work together because they look like they synergize together. And you know, we sit down and we're sleeving it up, and I ask him, I'm like, yo, how long have you been playing? He says he's been playing for like a few years, and I'm like, oh, I haven't even hit a year yet. And like we just sit there, we chit chat a little bit, and we flip. He wins the coin flip. I have to go first. I open with Impidimp in the active, and then Snowrun and Monkey Dory to bench. I got like a really good starting hand. He opens Mega Absol to the active, and then turn 1, I draw. I don't get anything. I'm pretty sure I drew an Iono, and I was like, okay, well, I can't do anything with the rest of my hand because I was essentially just with evolution Pokemon, and I want to say that was really it. Like, it was just evolution Pokemon and a stadium, and I was like, I'd rather save it. So I do nothing and I pass. Turn 2, my opponent attaches to his Absol. He Nest Balls for Pecharunt, and then he Lily's Determinations, and he passes. Turn 3, my turn. I draw Impidimp, I play it to bench. I evolve my active Impidimp into a Morgrem. I then play Artisan, search for a second monkey, play it to bench. And then I play the Iono, and I pull off of it an Ultra Ball, an Energy, a Night Stretcher, Spike Myth, another Iono, and Rare Candy. To which I then Ultra Ball away the Rare Candy and the Iono for Frostlass, and I evolve my Snowrunt into it. And then I go ahead and I attach for turn. Turn 4, my opponent plays Lily's Determination, taps Artisan, grabs Yveltal, plays the Yveltal, uses Pecharunt to swap the Yveltal into the active, attaches Binding Mochi, uses Energy Switch to move the energy off of Mega Absol onto him, and then he hits me with Clutch for 60. And I'm like, whoa, that was strong. Good thing I evolved, bro. Like, that's what I'm sitting there thinking in my head. Now we go into my turn. Turn 5. I draw Lily's Determination. I tap Spike Myth. I search for Grimmsnarl. I evolve my active, and then I play Lily. The only notable cards that I remember drawing off of this were Boss and an Energy. To which I attach Energy to my second monkey on bench, and then I fling 60 from my Grimmsnarl onto the enemy Absol. And then I swing for KO on the Yveltal and put another 30 on Absol. Turn 6, he promotes Absol. He's looking stressed. Like, this man is sweating. He is like literally sitting there. He's already looking defeated. He plays the Lily's Determination, and I swear on God, I heard that man's heart drop because he looked at his hand and he was just absolutely just in shock. He was defeated. He did not, he like could not comprehend how his draw luck was this bad. Because all he did was he looked at me in the eyes and he said, I pass. Turn 7, we go back to me. I fling 30 off of each of my Monkey Dories since they have been taking Frostlass damage onto the Absol. I swing KO for the active, knocking, like, his Absol right off the board, and I take my 3 prizes. All he has left is a Pecharunt, and all I have to do is swing into it for knockout. So I'm coasting. I'm feeling pretty good. Turn 8, he draws nothing. He plays a Lily's Determination, still nothing, and the man concedes. We're 2 wins now. Both opponents conceded. I ask him, I'm like, dude, you Lily's Determination like 3 turns in a row. Did you really not get anything? And he looks at me and he's like, nah. I kept Lilies into Lilies and other supporters. I couldn't do anything else. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, did you not have like Arvin? Did you not have like research? Like, I don't know. If I'm getting unlucky with Lilies, I would rather just throw out my whole hand, play a research, and just see if I like have the draw luck. But he told me that he was just getting nothing. And I'm like, okay, well, like, can I see your list? Because I'm confused on how you don't pull anything. And the man just refused to show me his list, and I was like, okay, well, that's fine. I don't mind. Like, cool. I wonder what you were cooking up. But by all means, I took my win and I carried on. So now we go into game 3. Alright, so now on to game 3. Literally the one match that is supposed to lock in my flawless victory. And let me tell you, it was rough. I went in there and I was like, I wonder what this guy is playing. I've had a pretty good run so far. It's been like, Grimmsnarl. It's been Capsule. I'm literally just going against the same typing as me. So no worries there. The only thing I'm worried about is if this guy has a grass deck. And if he's playing Teal Mask, I'm done for if he gets set up. Now, let me tell you, he tells me he's playing Guardy Jelly, and I instantly sigh of relief. I am the favored in this matchup. I let him know I'm playing Grimmsnarl, and he's like, oh, that's not a good matchup for me, I'm pretty sure. And I'm like, yeah. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. It should make you sweat a little bit, at least. I mean, it's not the best deck in format, but it should make you sweat a little bit. Bro, tell me why we flip, he decides to go second. My starting hand is a Snorunt and a Monkey. And I'm like, okay, this isn't really that good. But fuck it, we ball. I go first. I don't have any, nothing in hand is gonna help me. And instantly, in his active, he has a Jellicent. Or, I mean a Frillish. My bad. He has a Frillish. And on his bench, he has a Ralts. And I'm like, okay. He literally got a really good start. I'm worried that he has, rare candy in hand. This man has energy. I'm stressing now because I'm like, I opened like shit. So this is gonna be the end of my run here. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Cause I am not a lucky duck. Let me tell you, I lose 90% of the locals I go to, partially on my own stupidity. Another part is just, cause I am not God's favorite, and Goldango is just gonna always be something I go up against. But I top deck an Impidimp, and I'm like, okay, we can do something. I play him to bench, and I'm like, I passed my turn, because ain't nothing else I can do. I ain't got no energy search. I'm not attaching. I can't attack. It's turn 1. Can't play a supporter. Plus, the only supporter I have is boss's orders. Like, what? What am I gonna do? Oh, and Arven, but you know, he has Frillish. Turn 2, right? It's his turn. He attaches. I blink, and I'm like, I already know where this is gonna go. He lilies, and I'm like, okay, so he did have a dead hand. I can only pray that he like ends up with the worst hand. Bro, he sets up a second Frillish after the Lily's Determination. He sets up another Ralts, and then he sets up a Monkey, and I'm like, bro, oh my god, I'm stressing. It's only turn 2, and I am worried. He then item locks me, and I'm like, okay, well, Arven is gonna be useless for me. 20 damage on my monkey, on my little ape. I'm sitting there like, bro, God, if I am your favorite, please let me top deck something to get rid of this hand. Top deck, nothing. I have to sit there, look at my hand defeated, and I'm like, okay, pass. Next one comes in. He goes ahead and he establishes his what is his name? His Jellicent. He establishes his Jellicent, and then he plays, or he evolves a Curlia onto his bench, and I'm like, bro, there's no way that this is gonna be a slow burn here for me. He attaches for turn. He hits my monkey again. My monkey now has 100 damage out of 110. There's no way out of here. I'm starting to think this is where my run ends 100%. And then I top deck the Lily's Determination! Rah! Anyways, no, but that was like a sight for sore eyes, and I played it instantly. Whenever I tell you that was like the biggest thing that could have happened to me, it really was. I go ahead and I draw my 8 cards. We establish another Impidimp on bench. We establish a monkey on bench. We Evo my Impidimp into a Morgrim. Right? And I'm like, bro, ain't nothing can stop me now. Go ahead and swing. Because I have Spike Myth in hand. I have Rare Candy in hand. And if anything goes south, I have a freaking Lily's Determination in hand as well again. And I'm like, bro, rah! There's no way I lose this. I pass turn. He Ultra Balls away 2 Psychic Energy to get a Gardevoir. Sets up Guardy on bench. I have my target. I just need to hope that I get a boss. He then attaches those 2 energy to his Jellicent. And he does not kill my monkey. Big mistake. And you will see why. Big mistake. He bosses up my Morgrim, knocks it out. And I'm like, okay, fine. That's fine. You don't know this. You do not know this. You don't know the world of pain that you are about to witness. I promote my Impidimp. I play Spike Myth. Or, well, hold on. I draw for turn. I did not get the boss's order, but I did get an energy. So I attached it to that damaged monkey. And then I promote Impidimp. I play Spike Myth. I tap it and I grab Grimmsnarl out of my deck. Rare candy. Boom. Punk up. Boom. I now have 2 energy on this Grimmsnarl, and I swing for the knockout. We take our 2 prizes, and off of those 2 prizes, will you believe it? Frostlass. And another dark energy. He promotes his other Jellicent, or his Frillish, my bad. He plays Mega Diancie to bench. He evolves. I can't remember if he Night Stretchered for Jelly or if he had Jelly in hand. I'm gonna be so for real with you. This was like a couple days ago. So like my memory's a little, you know. But anyways, he evos. He attaches with Gardevoir, Psychic Embrace, and I'm like, okay, little painful here, especially with the monkey on bench. Right? Did I say that? He has a monkey. Okay, that I can't remember when he established it, but he has a monkey. He does not in fact have the dark energy though, so I am in the clear. Right? This guy goes for the power press, and I'm like, I don't know about that one, Chief. I feel like you just made a mistake. I go ahead, and I know that I'm fine, right? So I go ahead and I fling 60 damage off of my Grimmsnarl, and I fling it onto his monkey on bench. I swing for knockout and take another 2 prizes. And at this point, I am on top of the world. I feel like I am A-okay. I feel like I'm golden. And we are straight vibing. However, got a little cocky. I don't have an Impidimp set up on my bench. And he promotes the Mega Diancie, which I forgot about its funny little attack, where if you discard the 2 energy, instead of doing 120, you're doing 240. Keep in mind, I have just flown 60 off of my Grimmsnarl. I have a Frostlass that has now ticked me for 2 rounds. So I did not necessarily save myself from a knockout here. Because of the fact that this fucker does 240. I still have 60 left. And Jellicent, if I remember correctly, does enough, right? It does, it does 160 with the 4 energy attached. So I already had 100. He already has more than enough to knock me out. He does not need to move the 30 onto me. But he does anyway. He does anyway, instead of taking the knockout on my monkey. So, bad play, because, you know, we healed Grim. And he knocks out my Grimmsnarl. And I'm like, okay, that kind of hurts. And I am now behind. Not in prizes, but I have no attacker set up. And I start to sweat a little bit because I am worried. I am genuinely worried about this. I promote my Frostlass. And I decide to heal my monkey for 60, throwing it onto his. His monkey is now is his monkey at 100 or did I take knockout? Can't remember if I took knockout then and there or if it was on turn swap. But anyways, all I remember is that I did play Super Rod that turn, and then I went ahead and I drew with Spike Myth. I got an Impidimp. Bro, I'm so bad at these story times. I'm so sorry. After establishing Impidimp, the turn swaps, and I'm gonna say that I got the monkey knockout on turn swap rather than during turn because I genuinely cannot remember. So I'm down to just needing one prize, and I'm like, cool, I'm chilling. I'm straight chilling. He only has 2. He's only taken 2. I have taken 5. I have the prize lead by 3. I only need 1 more. It's okay. He goes in. He knocks out my Frostlass. It's whatever. It comes back to me. I don't have a way to establish Grimmsnarl this turn. And I'm like, you know what? I am a gambling man. Alright? I have a Lily in hand. I play the Lily. And what do you know? I don't even need to Spike Myth. That was like the God-given Lily's determination. Like the holy Lily's determination. Because off of it, I got all the pieces I needed. I got my rare candy. I got my Grimmsnarl. I got another monkey, even though it wasn't necessarily needed. And I'm like, we are chilling. That was all I needed. So I go ahead. I rare candy for Grimmsnarl. And I punch into him. Putting 30 onto, I believe, the Gardevoir. And I'm like, okay. Next turn, I can win this. Next turn, I can win this. We should be fine. Because I had completely forgotten to Adrena Brain. Because, you know, from the Frostlass take damage, I still had some on my board. I completely forgot to Adrena Brain it. It was whatever. Goof on my part. Not like it would have made a difference, but goof on my part nonetheless. He flings the 30 back at me, and he swings into my Grimmsnarl. Turn swaps over again, and I get a boss. I go ahead and I promote the Guardy, and I swing into Guardy for knockout. And that was it. That was the game win. We did that shit, brother. And that is how I won a local tournament. Playing my favorite deck. Anyways, thank you. If you stuck to the end, thank you. You guys can see how bad I am at storytelling. And also, if you like that, be on the lookout for more content. Subscribe, hit the bell icon, you know, let YouTube let you know the next time that I upload. Come by, say hello. Mi casa es su casa. And catch me on Twitch. Bye.